So, I want to know, guys, have you ever seen a melee weapon do better than a weapon that's in stealth? You know how a stealth multiplier gives you a times 8 damage multiplier to anything and everything, like a slash proc does 8 times the damage, and a gas proc does 8 times the damage? Well, have you ever seen a melee that is out of stealth but does a lot better than a weapon that could be in stealth? Well, let's meet the Jet kusar, a weapon, very special weapon in my heart now. This weapon is the third Blade and Whip series and is a very, very powerful one nonetheless. This thing honestly performs a lot better than the Lysion when the Lysion is in stealth form. Now, do I say that? Am I trying to challenge it? Am I trying to trigger those dank Lysion mains? No. What I'm trying to say is this thing is over fucking powered. So, like I said, the third installment to the Blade and Whip series, and it's the second one to come in with a pure elemental damage. The first being the Lacero. And the one that isn't is the Mios. Now, a lot of people are going to say that the Mios is better because it's heavily slash based. It's it's not. It's not. One advantage that the Jack Kassar already has is, as well, it's pure heat, which means you can add two other elements to it and keep the heat, which means you have three status procs already going for you. Now with the Mios, you have three status procs already going for it, and then you can put like two dual status mods on it to get more condition overload. But it won't have as much raw damage and power as the Jack Kassar, because this thing has a 35% crit chance with a 2.5 base critical multiplier. Why this thing challenges the Fragor Prime? That's broken. That's broken. Now, a lot of people are going to say that the .833 attack speed is bad. It really isn't, considering the stance you're going to be using is an ass ton of multi-strikes. But if we take a look at the Mios, or the Lacera, um, has more attack speed and a lot more status, which means this might be better for condition overload. Take a look at the Mios, it doesn't have as much crit chance or crit multiplier, but it has a lot of status chance. So, let's take a good review into our Jet Kusar. This thing is really powerful. Here's the build. Now, a lot of people are going to be questioning why I'm running a status if it only has 10% status. It does have guaranteed status procs in the Defiled Snapdragon stance. Per se, if you use the pause combo, Heart of the Naga, you're going to be proccing guaranteed slash procs with a multi-strike of like a 3 or 4 with a bite. That's 3 or 4 guaranteed slash procs. Then we have Soul of the Leviathan, which means that also has a ton of multi-strikes to at least guarantee one viral proc within this thing. Here, let me show you off the combos before we get into anything. So when doing the combos, you want to do that, and then you want to stop it, and then do the block combo. As you can see, tons of multi-strikes at the end, and it just finishes off the enemy. Now, we're going to be testing on a heavy gunner, and you might be asking, why viral against a heavy gunner? Viral and slash work really well together. Let me tell you why. This is Rhino Prime. This is a frame I never ever use. Guaranteed slash procs. Then we go into this. He's already dead. Now, let's take the Lysion, for example, with its corrosive build. Not a viral build, a corrosive build, which is supposed to quote-unquote take down a heavy gunner faster. Well, you're quite wrong. We have a corrosive build here with tons of status. It also has Weeping Wounds and Body Count in there. And Maiming Strike, this is a crit build that's supposed to kind of help it, but at the same time, here is an actual basic attack corrosive build. Now, for the Lysions, actually we don't have any primary or secondary weapon equipped. We're just gonna basic attack. The Lucian used to be one of the best weapons in the game, as it shreds enemies. It really does. It's a good weapon. But oh my god, does the kusar completely take it out of its place? Now, we have a contender, the Sylvanegus Prime, that has raw heat damage. Now, if we build it like the kusar, we might be able to get a very similar kind of playstyle with it, except we can't. But we're just gonna go with the late game build here, and the reason it's not finished is because I can't put condition overload on it. But for the video's sake, we're going to take off primed reach and put condition overload on. And why not put north wind in there? Get some gas and cold in there. Now, I haven't tested this Sylvanegus. Actually, why am I going gas? I should be going viral. Okay. Why is it blast? I'm confused as fuck. Yeah, it's just gonna go gas. So if I go this and put on... Oh, what the fuck, Richard? Oh. This makes the video so long. So unnecessarily long. There we go, viral. Finally. But this, the thing about this is 666 viral. But the thing about this is it doesn't have those guaranteed slash procs in Final Harbinger stance. So it won't Shrek the enemy as much. So we're gonna use the block combo with it. You're gonna see the Sylvanegus Prime is a really good weapon, but in this scenario, it's not as good as the kusar. Now, if we take into account stealth damage, we're gonna see it just oh my god, oh my god. First of all, we gotta take off this build. But overall, though, the kusar is a super powerful weapon. I think the only weapon that could really make it a contest it in any way possible, I don't know, man. The Mios is the only thing that could really stop it. But this thing has 3 status procs: viral, 4 actually, because we have viral, toxin, cold, and heat. The Mios has like the puncture, the impact, and the slash, but it doesn't have as heavy slash attacks as this because of the crit multiplier. There's nothing that can really contest with this thing, and this is why I think it is the best melee weapon in the game. And it takes no forma to do it all. Once again, here's the build. I was like, I don't know if I should go crossover viral, and I went viral, and I think I made the best choice of my Warframe life. This thing is so overpowered, and honestly, oh my god. Proc those slashes in there, and he's already dead. He's already dead. That's without stealth multipliers. Oh my god, guys. Okay, so we're gonna add stealth multipliers in it. I'm kind of scared to see what goes on, but like I said, this is gonna be the most overpowered melee weapon. The one thing... There we go, the slash bugs. Yeah, no. It's so overpowered. It's so overpowered. Get those slash procs in there. If we get a viral proc, then we basically won the game. So, there's nothing else I should really tell you besides have fun. We'll wait till this combo thing is done. Okay, so slash procs in there. Get those viral procs. Best melee weapon of all time. And if you can somehow manage to kind of get the enemy stuck in multi-strikes, you're basically done. So we're gonna do this without the slash procs, and we'll show you why this isn't the you have to use that stance. It's still procs, guaranteed slash procs. I'm done. I'm using the block combo, by the way. I'm using the block combo. So yeah, how to beat the game. I probably should just title the video "How to Beat the Game." Use Loki with Jack Kusar, but so I went out of stealth in the middle of that, which means stealth procs would have stopped as soon as that happened, and it still destroyed him. Okay, so that was the Jack Kusar, everyone. It's the best melee weapon in the game. If you don't believe me, then sue me. This is the best melee weapon in the game. Why? I don't know. It only has 500 base. It only has 500 damage. But that crit, if that crit multiplier wasn't there, this weapon would not be as good. Okay, because if you can crit with those slashes, you're gonna be gaining. So you have 8 times. So let's just say we proc a 500 crit. We're gonna pull out the calculator for this because I'm not the best at math. But so we have 500 slash damage, and we multiply that by 4.8 times. 4.8. We get 2,400 per slash proc. Now, if we multiply that by 8, we get 19k slash procs. Seems fairly accurate. I think that's fairly accurate considering we, in 2 slash procs, it killed the guy. So that's just me, but this is a fairly solid weapon overall. Honestly, it should I don't know what mastery rank it requires, but I do think it is one of the best melee weapons in the game. And I don't people are like it's top tier, and I'm like no, it is like top 3 melee weapons ever. I'm so happy I found this thing, and yeah, this is the build I use. No forma. Even when you max out the blood rush and the prime pressure point, you're still gonna wreck with this. And yeah, that was the video. Hopefully you liked the video. Please leave a like, possibly subscribe. It would make my day. Peace out.